Oh, that caught me off guard. I was just I was talking to Darren. Actually, we got these like inside studio chats. So Darren Wagner, and he asked if I was having a bad hair day, and I told him like to eat shit. This is I worked at this, you guys. This is not bedhead. This is not me just waking up. This took hours, hours to get. Look at this. Look at this. No, it did not, and I didn't say that to Darren. I just said, "What? How dare you?" But anyways, you guys, RT Bear here, coming to you live from Hack Shack Studios. I, if you don't know, am a comic book creator. I have been in this wacky industry for 40 years, working mainly for Marvel and DC. But I did a little stint in the early days with Image Comics, kind of helped those guys along. You know, they didn't really know what they were doing. They needed some people, veterans, to come in and basically show them how it was done. And that's where I was. I was basically my role at Image Comics, especially at Extreme Studios. But now I am in the indie creators sphere, as the kids say. And so yeah, I'm happy to be creating for you guys, doing some live streams, and just overall just having a good time. So this is Pontificators. This is possibly the longest CG running show of all time, and we're glad to keep it alive and keep it moving forward. We got some good people I'm going to be introducing in a bit. And I always have my intros, and they're always so fantastic. I always do such an amazing job with Todd Mulrooney. If you guys ever watch his show, you know how, I mean, I just say so many nice things about the guy because he's a massive talent. But anyway, we got some topics for you tonight. Pontificators is basically a pop culture show where we pretty much talk topics to death, current culture stuff, things like that. ABC has pulled Jimmy Kimmel Live, which we can get into. I'm telling you, we don't even have to try to find stuff. It just kind of keeps finding us, which is pretty amazing. Always something to talk about. So let me see. Let me touch base with you guys. We got Randy. Randy, how? Hey, thank you so much. I think it was a week or two ago, helping with some black and white backers and stuff like that. It all worked out good. So Randy is a good guy and a big supporter of everything I do and Pontificators. So thank you, Randy. Good to have you here. We got Brian G. I'm trying to think. Like, I talked to Pamela at lunch, and we were talking about names that are always good. Like there's certain names, there's people that like Jeff. I've never been wronged by a Jeff. Every Jeff I know is fantastic, right? And every Brian I know is absolutely fantastic. So I don't know. You guys talk amongst yourselves. See if we can find a name that absolutely when you hear it, any of these people, like anybody named Jimmy. I don't know. Do you hate them? Have they done you wrong? Let me see if I can say this. Ink on paper. That Batman drawing, if that was done by you, that's fantastic. I love kind of caricature kind of cartoony stuff, and that looks fantastic. Eric N. Boyd. What's up, my friend? Hell RT Bear. Wait a minute. Who the hell is this guy? Clint Helinski? Hell chat. He doesn't even say hi to me. Maybe he will when I introduce him. Randy says, oh, what is this? Launch today, Dead Inspector by J.C. Vaughn. Yeah, you guys check that out. Let's see, Eric. Randy, ink on paper with a lot of hiya, heya, hoya. All right. Well, I think we've touched base. Also, you guys in the chat, anybody tuning in, coming in late, whatever, feel free to chime in. This is a very interactive program. So if you have insight or if you have jokes, you got to have whatever, feel free to add those to the show. So we always go first come, first serve. So we got this guy in. He's a newbie. he's a newbie, so he's still trying to figure out things. Sometimes he goes too far, like insulting my hair. He doesn't know the parameters yet. But I got to tell him, I know he's listening, just say nice things about me. Just always just gush over all my accomplishments, my looks, my demeanor, the way I present myself, all those things, man. Just say, man, art is amazing. And if you do that, you're going to get along great with me. This guy is a talented mofo as well. He's going to be dropping his new campaign on us soon. I think he's trying to retool some stuff, and we'll get into that a little later in the show. But without further ado, we have Darren Wagner.
Hello. Yes, your hair looks great. I was trying to get your attention. So.
You're so kind. You are so kind, Darren. It's amazing. It's not like it was prompted or anything. It's not like I had mentioned it or anything. Like that was just right. You just made that up right now. You just saw me and you went, "Wow, what a great head of hair."
Yes.
Well, you got the killer beard, so
I shouldn't talk. I'm the one with the big, bushy, unkept.
Oh, it's badass, dude. It's badass. If I keep working on this space here, that's kind of it's not really growing, but it's there. I might, be inspired to go ZZ Top.
Those guys tripped over their beards. I think that thing was going way past their belt.
Those metal guys like Metallica, they kind of invented where they had the long hair and they just kind of and they swirl the hair around. What if you could do that with your beard?
I don't know. It might be harder on your neck and jaw. I don't know.
I think if you put a weight on it, maybe like if how they like braid it, and then at the end, if you had a weight on it, but you have to be careful because you could,
you could hit yourself in the face if you had that on there. At least with it on your head, it's going to whip around mostly behind you and above you. But
right.
Yeah, ZZ Top did other things. They did this thing with their guitars where they would spin them.
Yeah.
The two guys that had guitars. So
these days they would be doing all kinds of behind the scenes, like how they do that, all that stuff. But man, like a good magician, they never told how they did that. They never did.
No, they were showing.
I did see. We got to get Clinton here. But I did see. That trick like in the movies where they spin the knife around, they kind of flip it around. That's done with rubber bands, right? They have these rubber bands, and they tighten it, and then they release it, and it spins around, and then they catch it. So they're not really doing it. It's just Hollywood magic.
Yeah. It's like the Joker's disappearing pencil trick in The Dark Knight, right? He made the pencil disappear. That was, of course, all fakery. But
do you think that the pencil was digital, or do you think it just kind of pushed into the table? When his head
I think it was probably digital. I mean, when he the way they filmed it, you kind of follow his head down and you see it for a split second. And so I think that probably the easiest digital effect in the world to do.
Yeah.
Let's
see. We're gonna get this guy and let's see how he feels about practical effects, because I'm a big practical special effects guy. Master of the sexy, multiple campaigns, brilliant. Like he's got this sphere that he operates within, and he has no competition. He has no peers, nothing. Blue Bombshell, his new one, Bad Guys, just heating up the charts. So let's get this veteran in here, Mr. Clint Helinski. What's up, brother?
Gentlemen, what's going on? No, it feels like it's been a little bit since I've been on the show, but just kind of gone and then sick for a little bit, so it's nice to be back.
You had that killer Vegas trip, man. I saw the pictures.
That was a good time, but I was literally sick right before it, and then got good. Was good for Vegas, and then got sick directly after it. So in the grand scheme of things, it worked out all right because I don't want to be sick in Vegas. But it was.
Okay, I got my sick in Vegas story. You ready?
Oh boy.
Okay. So oh my gosh, we got tickets. It was the Holyfield bow fight. You know, the one where the guy parachuted in and all that stuff. It
Oh
was
God. Okay, way back.
this was a
90s.
while ago. Yeah, and so we had because I was working with Dynamite. I don't think they were were they Dynamic Forces, and they did a lot of sports trading cards, things like that, collectibles. And so Nick Barucci got me backstage, so I got to
Fun.
meet Bo and Holyfield, and I got my ticket, signed by them. It's on the wall somewhere around here. So
Very
anyway, my wife's driving me to John Wayne Airport, and I'm gonna fly to Vegas. Right, I'm so looking forward to this. It's gonna be a ball. It's gonna have the time of my life. So on the way to the airport, I just got sick. It was like you're so stressed most of the time, like trying to get things done. You don't even know you're sick, right? You're just muscling through. And then as soon as you relax a little bit, like going like you, Clint, as soon as you relax, you let your hair down, you just become thick as a dog, right? So I asked my wife to pull over on the freeway, and I just let it go. And so then she's like, "You look horrible. We should just go home." I go, "No way.
Power through.
I get on a flight. I'm white as a sheet. And my buddy at the time, Panosian, we were sharing a hotel room. So we were both, going to this thing. And so we had ringside. We're like next to Billy Crystal and, like all these celebrities, Bruce Willis, all these people were there. It was crazy. And so I thought like, okay, it's an indoor, like it's a boxing, it's going to be indoor, right? And this is like in December. I didn't really know, I should know, but the desert gets cold. Like it gets freezing cold.
Chilly in the evening.
Yeah, so I'm sick as a dog, and I go to this thing in shorts and just a t-shirt, right? And I'm freezing because it's outdoor, it's an outdoor venue. So I'm freezing my ass off at like time of my life, right? So I was so sick, I didn't go back to meet those guys. But Nick Barucci was kind enough that he asked for my ticket, and he got it, and he got it signed. And so to Dan's credit, he goes, well, I'm gonna make sure Art's okay. I must have looked so bad, right? So he gets me back to the hotel room, and I'm just sitting there, and you know how you get those like you get cold and you shiver. It feels like you're cold, but maybe you're not. You're just like, you just shivered. You can't stop, right? So I'm doing that like all night. And so Dan sat with me. He didn't go party with those guys. Like,
wow.
Yeah. So he stayed. And then I finally woke up from my coma in the morning, and he goes, "I don't know how you lived through that."
Yeah,
he goes,
I wasn't sure you're going to make it.
Yeah. Calling 911. And he said, like, he goes, "All I wanted to do is kind of sit next to you and hold you and tell you it was going to be okay."
Oh man.
I'm glad he didn't, because that's pretty gay. But the thought was good, right? The thought was good. Yeah.
Heart was in the right place.
Yeah. So that's my Vegas story. So you guys apparently it gets freezing cold in Vegas in December or whatever. So
Art, freezing cold. It doesn't ever get freezing cold in Vegas.
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. But in December,
for California guys, it gets freezing cold.
Oh yeah, well for you, yeah.
We wear shorts in January.
It was probably 45. It was probably 45 with the sun down, and there was a little bit of a breeze.
Yeah. But you know what? It was enough.
Oh yeah. No, it gets chilly, and actually,
sick.
I love Vegas in like February and March, because I mean, throw a pair of shorts on, a t-shirt, maybe a sweatshirt but you walk all over that city. The sun will be shining. You're never gonna sweat because it just feels so great. I love Vegas in the winter, man. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, especially for you too, because the weather where you live, you're in Minnesota. Yeah,
Darren knows.
Just getting out of your state. Yeah,
this is all
Wisconsin
shit in
and
the winter,
Minnesota.
man, and it's coming.
Wisconsin, Minnesota.
You guys are talking about the pencil trick in Batman, the Batman pencil trick. It was I remember watching a documentary on that. It was all paper mache.
Uh,
The head was paper
But
mache.
just- oh, the head was paper mache. Okay, interesting.
They went old school with
I
that.
was
but you know
shocked.
what?
It was like an interesting way to
Yeah.
go because it kind of seems so
Yeah.
simple, but yeah, paper mache. And I
Yeah.
mean, it's amazing what you can do with paper mache. I mean, we all like played with it in elementary school and stuff, but imagine in the hands of like a skilled Hollywood art department, and it's like you can paper mache anything.
Yeah, yeah. It's all done. It's all done with paper mache and foam, from what I hear. Yeah.
As far as I know.
They're not
Yeah,
using
these
AI
schools.
anymore. They've already banned it from Hollywood. They're going back.
Everybody's
To
worried about AI. We've had paper mache for years. Paper mache can do everything that AI can do.
You know what, Clint? You're a funny mofo, but that might be the best thing you've ever brought to the show.
It's like if I wasn't worried about paper mache putting me out of business, I'm not worried about fucking AI. So
yeah, paper mache is what we should all be concerned with, right?
you mold it into anything.
Yeah. And you know what else? Remember Silly Putty?
The worry,
like you could
the
replicate comic books with Silly Putty. What?
Yeah, the worry with paper mache is newspapers are going out of business.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, technology, it gets you.
Yeah.
And that's
so you know what? Paper mache, the value is going to go up because of scarcity.
AI is probably putting newspapers out of business to cut the legs out from underneath paper mache.
Yeah. You know what, Mr. Cameron, Mr. Terminator, there's your next movie right there. Paper mache takes out AI.
It all comes back around.
This guy right here. Freaking genius. It's all right here.
You got to have eyes on the back of your head because they're coming for you. They're always coming for you.
My mom convinced me that she had eyes in the back of her head.
Oh, yeah. And that hearing, that mother hearing.
Yeah, I never quite understood how that works. But anyway, I think we got some new people in the chat. Let me see. Let me see if I can say this. Verusaki. That's good. That was good. Yeah. It sounds like something you would drink like in a Japanese bar and get ripped.
Well, wasn't there like a Veruca Salt? Or wasn't there a band like that?
Named
there
after
was,
the
right?
character in Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
90s.
Hey, did you see, speaking of what is that? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Remember that weird Karen that took that ball from that kid, that baseball at the Phillies game?
Yeah.
Did you see the meme where she's like taking Charlie's like golden ticket?
Oh, no. I haven't seen that one yet.
I'll tell you, people are awesome. The people are so funny.
She must be hidden pretty well because I haven't seen her name spread up on social media. I did see guys dressed up as her in like a Phillies game. There was 3 dudes that had the haircut wig on, and they're like they were the Philly Karens and stuff. So.
The Philly Karens.
Oh yeah.
That would be a punk band right there. We got JC Squared Art. Why don't we see you on Kings anymore? I miss you there. I'll tell you why. And I'm going to show some of the fruits of the labor. All right. I don't know. Could be weird. Could be not. I kind of feel like I'm cheating on all my backers. Like I don't take commissions when I'm working on a book. When I'm, I do a crowdfund. I'm trying to get the book done in a timely fashion. I'm exceptionally slow. So I don't take any commissions. I don't do draw streams. I don't do any of that stuff just because I feel like if you're watching and then you're seeing me do this stuff and you're just like, why isn't he working on the book? And somehow I feel like the bros or the pontificators, it's not the same thing because I'm not drawing. I don't know why. It's just my thing. But that's the main reason. Like if we were going back to just free form, I could go in there for an hour. I think I'd be all over that. But it's also just saving me time. So I don't do the morning streams anymore, the morning hullabaloo and things like that, because I'm mostly trying to get focused on getting the book done. And having said that, I'll use that as a segue, and I'll show what I've been working on and see what you guys think So here,
Ooh.
we're gonna do some statues, you guys. Black and white is gonna get the statue treatment. I believe he's gonna be
Cool.
about 8 inches. So this is my notes over the digital artist, his rendition, and so this is based loosely on the cover of the main cover of volume 3. So yeah, so we're coming along on this, and I guess they can edit these things and just kind of tweak them as we go. So
Sure.
this was his first draft, and then you can see the white. Those are my notes. You know, turn the head a little bit more, and the leg used to be. Let me see if I can do this. The leg was out like this.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But well, it actually looks better, right? The way I drew it there, but I might go back to that. But the way he drew it was kind of weird looking.
Yeah.
So we are working on that. So we're gonna do black and white statues. They're gonna be about 8 inches, and then you guys, this is the line art stuff.
Jesus, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I'm putting everything I got into this book. I think I'm getting better every time I pick up the pencil and the ink.
That looks great art.
Thanks.
So much going on, you know.
I love that.
I'd be
last
afraid.
shot.
Yeah.
That's such a great shot there underneath his chin, through his arms.
Yeah,
Like
I was
level.
pretty happy with the way the perspective on the car and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I want to do modern vehicles, but I also kind of want to keep them simple.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to get the aesthetic right.
Cars are hard, man. I don't know. Cars and horses. I don't know why it is, but cars and horses are a bitch to draw.
But if you notice, like I'm really just doing kind of certain angles, and they're just like modern cars, like Teslas and stuff. They're kind of just shapes.
Yeah.
They're not like, they don't have a lot of superficial details and stuff like that. So
I like
that's
that kind of like. I like your kind of like your open-ended hatching for your clotheslines. Like it's kind of a little bit looser, but it doesn't have like the pinpoint end on the line. I like the dot end on the line. I like that look a lot.
Thanks. I'm not sure if it's the pin or just the way I'm using the pin, because pins they're kind of blunted.
Yeah.
Anyway, so maybe it just might be like putting a little pressure on the end of the line or something. I don't know, but it just kind of feels right, to do it that way.
Looks really good.
Thanks. So this is the whole sequence. So I thought I would show you guys kind of a sequence, since I haven't really showed off any new pages.
It's hard to pull off a car chase kind of vibe and have that energy in these pages, but like you are nailing it.
Thanks, man.
I love the perspective on these shots, the depth on that middle panel.
Yeah. It's just kind of like you set it up and then just tilt the camera, right? So
yeah.
But it's kind of hard when you're drawing it. I don't know if you do it like I do, Clint, where I'll turn it to where the horizon line is straight across, like straight horizontal and vertical, and then I'll tape it down. And so then I'm kind of not drawing it at an angle. I'm drawing it kind of straight up and down. And then, of course, once it's done, it all looks like it's on an angle. Yeah. Yeah,
for sure.
So I'm having a bunch of fun. Let me get to this next page. So Black catches this guy, jumps over this car. Another car going a different direction. I'm trying to create like a little bit more futuristic. Like this is London, but in the future. So also, if you guys notice, like the Kings, there's the King sign on the window there, and on some of the other ones, I think, is it this one? No, it's this one. You see the Bros store, up there. You see the Hack Shack logo. There's Inco in the corner there. So a lot of little nods to stuff. And so I always like when the hero does something to help just the average Joe, because it gets kind of boring if you just have, hero villain fights all the time. So Aaron Sparrow and I decided that we should kind of have some like a slow down moment where Reed's, there's the bigger story arc, but there's also like he's caring for just the average Joe on the street. So he sets this guy up that got busted up pretty bad, where there's kind of like these med bots that are walking around the city just in case, for emergencies, and just happens to be there, and gives this guy like a shot so he can kind of eliminate some of his pain. And then Reed's like, okay, that's it, man. I'm going into action here. So then he runs. I like that we can use the power suit a little bit. So the power suit enables him like extra strength, but also speed and agility. So this is him kind of not like the Flash, but running fairly quickly, trying to catch up to the car. And then yeah, I dig.
Good job on that tire.
Yeah, but this shot right here, it didn't take me that long, but for some reason, it's one of my favorites. But just the silhouette.
Mm-hmm. It works really nice.
Yeah.
So he's catching up. Jammed a ton of background in a tiny little panel, so it's like uber detailed.
Yeah.
But then the big bold silhouette up front with the motion and those white speed lines in his leg, that looks nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to start figuring out how to do speed lines in the style that I'm working. So I don't want to do traditional like even 80s, 90s kind of action lines. Do something a little different. Like kind of like what Travis Charest does, where they're speed lines and stuff, but they're just not traditional looking ones.
Yeah.
Or even like Sean Gordon Murphy. I like the stuff he does.
Yeah, he does interesting stuff with speed lines and motion.
Yeah, and sometimes like the key is like when I worked with Mark Bagley, it's like Bagley will add like action or speed lines in shadows. So you know what? Like they won't just be a block shadow. It'll kind of have like hatching, but the hatching kind of works as like action lines. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go back and look at some of Mark Bagley's work. Sean Gordon Murphy does the same thing. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of a nice little way to do it more subtle than in your face, like old school comics. But he kicks his car, flips it. Yeah, the tire's busting off. I was very proud I just made that tire up too. I was just like, I gotta do something a little bit more realistic. People usually cheat these things. But since it's so in your face here, I'm gonna spend some time on it. So yeah, you guys, this is Black and White Volume 3, Sins of the Father. I'm sure Randy's posting some links to it now. It's in the description. If you like what you see, go over, pick yourself up a book, order it today. We're going to get into Clint's campaign a little bit later, and then also see what Darren is up to. Darren is a creator juggernaut, as we are all on this show. So Rick says, I got to do this because why wouldn't I? Art is the man. Well, Darren's got some stuff. I'm sure Clint's got some stuff too, but I want to get into this Jimmy Kimmel thing because it was I just found out about it like just before we went live.
I think it just broke in the last hour and a half. I don't think it's been out long.
No.
So Clint, do you remember like we broke the Whisper Network? Do you remember like people go, Pontificators, whatever, take it or leave it. But you know what? We do some serious journalism.
Oh, heck yeah.
Also,
journals with a capital J.
Yeah, with a capital J. And you know what? I got crucified for that Whisper Network thing, which was all true, by the way. But they came after me. But all good fun. It's it's water under the bridge. And speaking of water, this guy looks like he hasn't been drinking water. He's been drinking straight up whiskey. So there he is. Guzzling. Pedro's getting ready for the show. Freaking rip.
Look at that. I've seen him look better.
Sorry, guys. It's what I can do today.
It doesn't get any better than Pedro.
No. No, guys, like I've been commissioned to make an animated video for a band, and I've been riding that horse hard.
Yeah, you've been partying with those guys?
No, I'm making an animated video for them, and it's a lot of work. Maybe
so you've been busting ass on the computer.
Yeah, I can show some of it later.
A lot of animation.
Oof, yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's been crazy.
So Pedro, you're not drunk. You're tired.
I'm tired. Yeah.
Yeah.
And ugly.
I had a guy, a publisher, editor guy, who told me make hay when the sun is shining.
Yeah.
Make hay when the sun is shining, man. So
yeah,
good for you, Pedro.
That's the thing. Let me put the
So I want to ask you, Clint. I've heard all these sayings all my life, but I'm finding the age where I'm like, okay, what do these things mean? Okay, make hay while the sun shines. I understand the basic meaning behind it, but how do you make hay?
So in the fall, farmers grow their hay all summer long. And I might not have this 100%. I live next to farmers. I am not a farmer, but they grow their hay all summer long. Then they got their balers, and they bale all their hay. So you'll go through these fields and you'll see these giant rolls of hay baled up, and that's what they feed their animals on the next season. But the best time to do it is when the sun is shining. When it's raining, you can't do any of this work. So it keeps your business going. You're baling hay. You're going to feed all your animals for the next season. When the sun is shining, you make your hay. You get your work done. Because the sun isn't going to be shining, you're not going to be making money all the time. So
it has nothing to do with hanging people then.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with hanging people. It has everything to do with
I have one that goes
when the opportunity is there to make money, you go make your money and you work your ass off.
All right. I'm just very literal, right? So I go make hay. Well, how do you make hay? You know what I mean? But what it means is like you reap it, you stack it, you store it, and you get it ready to feed the animals.
You grow it, you bale it. Yep, exactly.
All right, here's one. Okay, and this is for you, which you went into the darker areas, Pedro. You went, with the hanging.
I always do.
Which I don't know what that would have to do with hay, but there's a saying, and my mom used to say this all the time. She said, "Go into hell in a handbasket." Have you heard that one?
Oh,
yep.
Yeah.
You know what it means?
That one I don't
Someone's
know.
getting hanged.
Close. No, a handbasket is like when they would take off your
head.
It would drop in a basket, and that they call that a handbasket. So usually, if they were going to take off your head, they were convinced you were evil, so you were probably going to go to hell. So it was kind of like saying "I'll see you in hell." You know what I mean? That kind of
very
thing.
French. I like it.
Yeah, I did not know that one.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they call it a head basket then?
Well, they would also use guillotines for behandings as well.
Yeah, exactly. For robbers.
Yeah.
You know what I always picture? Like if you cut somebody's hand and then you slap him with his own hand, would that be like doubly offensive?
I think it would. I think it would, Pedro. I think it would be doubly offensive.
You know what else?
I'd be offended that you cut my hand off, and then I'd also be offended that you slapped me with my own hand. So I would
what are you doing to yourself?
be personally doubly offended.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Eric says, when I was much, much younger and healthy and strong, I did help bale hay and threw them into flatbed trailers, stacking them. Not fun. I could imagine it was just back.
There's not a lot of worse jobs than baling hay.
There is.
You got to do it when it's hot and it's dry.
Yeah.
And second of all, you have to wear long sleeve shirts and long jeans and gloves, so you're sweating your ass off, and then the hay gets everywhere. So you're itchy, you're hot,
sweaty,
you're tired. There's bugs. Like baling hay.
Are you, Clint? Are you familiar?
One time on my buddy's farm.
Are you familiar with picking up bananas And what does it
I
imply?
am not. I am familiar with
Okay.
buying bananas at the grocery store.
Yeah, because the thing with picking up bananas is that there's this spider that lives in the banana things, and the guys carry their bananas on their shoulders. So that spider will bite you in the neck, and then you'll pass out. And if you don't
So
get
it's
attention,
venomous.
it's like you have like
Is
40
there a way to
minutes to get
shake
the
the
antidote.
bananas to get rid of the spider? Or there's just no.
Oh
sometimes
no!
you get bit.
I mean, a bale of bananas is very compact. So
Yeah.
they take it to a solution of water and other things to like get rid of it, but getting it there, you need somebody to
You
carry
gotta
it.
carry it and hope.
Yeah.
No
So
spider.
those things are infested then.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my gosh.
There's
I
some
heard
things
like
that'll kill you, and once you're
No, I
below
mean,
the
it'll
equator.
kill you right away.
That's
Like some
that's why
guys walk
Carmen
it off.
Miranda wore them on her head.
Yeah, that's some
Yeah.
some people walk it off, but if you're susceptible or have some condition, like it will bite you
the
in
spider
40
venom.
minutes. Yeah.
yeah, because
Venom.
some people can get bit by a bee and die. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it just depends
exactly.
on
Oh, yeah.
your metabolism. But I heard like bales of hay, like snakes and things used to dig, living in
Yeah.
those things too. So could you imagine
Warmth.
baling that stuff and having like, a rattlesnake in there?
I think the banana spiders
Delicious.
are worse.
Yeah,
And a
banana
rattlesnake?
spiders. Yeah. No, actually, a rattlesnake will kill you too.
But they're not very far up north. The thing is, the farther up north you get, the less deadly venomous the animals are
Yeah.
because they don't like the cold.
Yeah, but you know what? They have hay in California too, and
Oh yeah, and there probably are some venomous snakes. Minnesota, not so much.
It's so weird. I remember getting this advice, and I think it was from my parents. They said, "If you ever see a bale of hay, don't jump in it." And I was like, "Why?"
No.
They're like, "Critters are in there, and also sometimes there's like people leave their pitchforks in there." I don't know. You guys live where there's falls and stuff like that. Leaves. Did you ever do that? Like jump in leaves when you're a kid and think it's soft and it's really not?
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
There'll be
if
a
you
chair
do it
in there or
If you
something
do
like
it
that,
right,
yeah.
it's not.
I lost a couple of
The
friends.
trick
like
is
that.
to make sure you put the pile of leaves together yourself, and don't like put it over like a rock or a pitchfork.
Yeah.
Then you can jump in it and it's relatively safe.
Yeah. I like Randy's Q Harry Belafonte. Cali bananas.
Yeah.
All right, well let's get into this. Enough nonsense about baling hay and chopping French people's heads off and
and bananas.
shit like that. Let's get into this. I got the article here, and we'll just kind of work through it together because other than the headline, I don't really know.
Well, there's the liberal cope already. Like I've seen multiple articles from the liberal cope.
Oh, you got it pulled up. Okay.
Well, the headline is ABC. This is Variety, you guys. This is a Hollywood magazine. ABC pulls Jimmy Kimmel live indefinitely after host Charlie Kirk comments. And the thing is, I think they've been looking for reasons to get rid of these guys anyway.
100%.
Yeah. So Jimmy just stepped right into it, and I think he's probably calculating because he also, if he gets canned, he'll look like a martyr, right?
Well,
So he'll look like a hero, and
he
all
knew
that
it was
other-
just a matter of time for him. It was just a matter of what it was going to be.
Right. Okay. So in his monologue Monday night, Kimmel said that the MAGA gang was trying to score political points off Kirk's murder. Kirk, a prominent conservative activist, was shot and killed September 10th, RIP, my friend, at a debate
Rest in peace,
in
Charlie.
Utah Valley University. 3 days later, authorities announced they had arrested the suspect shooter. We hit some new lows over the weekend with MAGA. Oh my gosh. Gang trying to characterize this kid who killed Charlie Kirk. This is in quotes, so I think this is what what Kimmel said. And then it says Kirk as anything other than one of them. That's not cool.
Well, first of all, he's blatantly lying based on the evidence that's been all over the news and produced by the governor and the police and the FBI. So he's blatantly lying and distorting the facts on a nationally publicated station that has to follow FCC rules because it does get taxpayer money. So that's where he's put his foot in it, and the left is screaming, "Oh, censorship, cancel culture." There's a difference. There's a difference between what Joe Biden was doing, which was like having the DOJ and the FBI go on Twitter and shut down people's accounts who are using free speech, as opposed to allowing people their free speech. Jimmy Kimmel can say whatever he wants, but then he's going to have to deal with the consequences of what he says by the companies that are employing him. And what happened here was Dexstar, who as ABC affiliates throughout the country, said that they were not going to broadcast what he put out there, and they were going to preempt his show going forward, which forced ABC's hand, and ABC's scrambling now, and Disney also. Like, Disney knows the hammer's coming down. Disney has been at the forefront of a lot of this woke shit, and they hear the bell chiming. They don't need to ask who it's chiming for. It's ringing for them.
Isn't it tolling? For whom the bell tolls?
Yeah. Let me get this real quick. Randy Howe for $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Jimmy wants an Emmy too.
Yeah, exactly.
They just gave Colbert an Emmy, the show.
Yeah, Colbert got his Emmy for being a little bitch.
He got his participation. Wait, hold on. I got a good joke. He got his participation trophy.
Yeah,
exactly.
We all deserve an Emmy. Everybody deserves an Emmy.
Well, everybody will get one as long as you denounce the right and.
It's more clear than ever. What do we call them? There's the phrase for the SJWs, social justice warriors. They want their pat on the back for like fighting against whatever, and it's like, yeah, well, you're just fighting against Americans now. You're fighting against the majority of the United States. So, yeah, enjoy patting yourself on the back in the unemployment line.
Well, I like that there was. Well, I like it now, like with Trump, because Trump is allowing people to actually. It's safer for them to speak their mind, right? So there was the silent majority that existed. I mean, it was clear. We on this show we've said it years ago that as soon as the silent majority wakes up, things are going to change. And they're so right. So the big thing was like the election. I wish Trump was going against, when he, with Harris. I wish he was going against a more formidable foe because the win would have felt better. Because
the problem is Democrats don't have a more formidable foe.
Right, but I'm just saying, just for me, like personally, like if he would have destroyed like somebody that was comparable, then it would feel like, yeah, this is like two major, titans going head to head. But it was clearly like to anybody that she was not presidential material at all. Like I wouldn't trust her to babysit, my
she's
kid.
not
stories.
Not presidential with that cackle.
The stories of her staff wrote, churning. Like you get hired and within a week you quit or you're gone, because she had these incredible mood swings and
fits.
Fits. And,
but the thing is, like to come back to where we were is that you have now possibly Hollywood people that wanted to change, course correct, whatever, but they really couldn't because the genie was out of the bottle, things were out of control, and they didn't want that woke community to come after them because they were strong and they could get them canceled. Yeah. But now there's a little bit of like wiggle room, right? There's like, you can say this or you can do this. And so I do think like, ABC, Colbert was one of the first, and I think you're going to start seeing more of this. you know, even Rolling Stone, a lot of these places are downsizing. You know, they're doing things that they probably wanted to do years ago just because they knew they were losing money.
Yeah.
You know, clearly that this was not, you know, it was not beneficial to them, their shareholders, or just moving forward with new material. You know, if you don't make good money, then you can't invest that into the next project, so on and so forth. So it's going to stagnate everything. So the cool thing is, I do believe there is a shift, and I do believe that people that were more moderate, more in the middle, are now going, you know what? You're not holding your weight. You're not bringing in the viewers. You're not doing whatever. So we got to get rid of you. I mean, Colbert was like, what was he losing? 40 million? Was it a year?
Crazy.
A year, yeah.
Yeah, 40 million a year. Yeah.
And then the SJWs, the left are like, no, it's because you're coming after him. You're doing what? Listen, just based on that one fact, $40 million. Just slow your brain down.
Mhm.
If any company was losing $40 million, they would be shut down. It has nothing to do with anything else.
But
It's not personal. It's nothing. It's business.
The left will never look at the reality of a situation.
I lose $40
They'll come up with excuses. They'll blame everybody. They'll deflect because it's never their fault. They're never in the wrong. They don't look at anything reality based or from the real world perspective. It's
reality is racist.
Yeah, and everybody's racist and a fascist.
It's the system.
Yeah.
It's the man keeping us down. Man.
Well, you know, where like Adam Carolla wrote years ago, like in 50 years we'll all be chicks, right? I mean, that was a prediction, but like he even says it now. It didn't take 50 years. So I don't want to sound sexist or whatever, but there is a feminizing aspect to the SJW movement. I don't mean that it's run by women necessarily, but if you think about
what you mean is Democrats are pussies.
Or they have them. Even if men. But the thing is, like, we've all been in relationships, and like I said, I don't want to make this sound like, you know, but there are fundamental differences between men and women, right?
Oh my
so
God,
women usually argue based on feelings, right? Like, this is how I feel. This is how I feel. And so then if a guy brings logic to the argument and they're still saying this is how I feel, you seem insensitive. You seem like a complete asshole. What did you say, Pedro?
I don't want to be part of this highlight. Sorry.
All right. Secretly, Pedro's a woman.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll tell you right now. You know what? In the green room, Pedro, or behind the scenes, Todd Mulrooney refers to you as his bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to make a segment for Todd.
Okay, let's not go off too far because I still have.
You started it, Art.
Is it too white for Todd?
Yeah, because he doesn't want me to talk about his.
I'm gonna bring elements of things to see if Todd like approves of them with his whiteness.
Oh, well, there you go. You can attack him based on that. Why not?
Too white for Todd, yeah. And everything from Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, like what's not white enough for him? Okay,
well, we'll work that into the schedule, and we'll bring it into the show.
I'm gonna make like an intro and everything. I'm gonna animate it. Okay,
hold on. Okay, so when a woman's arguing, I can't believe I kept my train of thought through all that.
Yeah.
when they're arguing feelings, and then you go, well, no, it was this, that, or the other thing, and then they break down, and they're like, then it switches, right? Then all of a sudden, you're like an asshole. You know what I mean? Like, how could you be so insensitive? How could you say those things? It's like, well, I'm not arguing based on feelings. I'm arguing based on kind of logic and fact. It's like, I don't care. This is how I feel. This is how I feel. Mm-hmm. So then if you continue with it, then you look more and more like an asshole. So that's what the left, that's how they work the argument, right? They work the argument based on feelings. So how do you argue with feelings? If you argue with feelings, then you seem like an insensitive asshole. You're a Nazi, you're a fascist, you're whatever. because you're an
insensitive asshole with fascist or Nazi now.
Right.
And then,
Yeah,
right.
like,
But it's all the
assholes.
same type of thing.
yeah,
It's all
the
the
only way
same.
to get rid of it's just not caring.
that's the thing.
That's the thing. Like, oh, you think okay? I'm an asshole.
See, for a while, nobody wanted to step up. Nobody wanted to deal with it in the middle because moderates don't want to deal with this shit. Moderates don't want to deal with the extremes of either side. And the liberals pushed it so far and so far and so far. And there's a point to where one side will push it so far that the moderates are like, this is fucking so stupid. Fuck this shit. And like, I've had so many friends that, like, I've got friends on every side. Republican.
You have friends?
Democrat. I've got a couple.
I've seen him. Yeah.
I've got like at least I've got more than 8, less than 12.
Nice.
Somewhere in there.
That's a good number.
But like I've had friends say that they're Democrats and they're gonna register as independents because I was shocked.
I want to ask Pedro.
I was shocked. Like, there's a little conversation I had, and I was shocked. I'm like, holy crap.
I want to ask, clarify what's a good number.
Oh, between 8 and 12. That's a good number of friends to have. Like you can remember all their names.
I'm lucky that I talk to people anymore.
Yeah, it's manageable.
Okay.
As you wait,
so any more than 12 is like is a chore to manage.
No,
but anything less than 8 is pathetic and sad.
Yeah, after 12, you're an escort. You're just
Well, if you're that good, you should charge, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're just giving it away. So yeah, just keep it under 12.
Hey, do you guys know who Mark Evanier is?
Mark.
Oh, I recognize that name. He's from like the old like news zines and stuff, right?
Yeah, and he
write editorials or something.
Right, he was kind of like the go-to guy for like Kirby. Like you'd always see like Kirby insights and stuff, and it'd be Mark Evanier. But I think Mark Evanier also created the DNA agents. remember them?
I remember the DNA agents.
Yeah. So he was a comic book creator, writer, and so my wife and I, we were in New York. There was a convention, and so we got tickets to the Goodbye Girl, off Broadway. Oh no, it was on Broadway, right? So we're pulling in. I did all the stops, right? We got the limo and everything, and so we went in to see the show. We got great seats and all that, great dinner. And so as we're in they have like they had the limo line, right? So we're in the limo line, and so we get out. But just as we were getting out, the car in front of us was too, and it was Mark Evanier. And the only reason I can think that he was there is for the convention as well, right? Because it's like, he's a California guy. So it's weird that you would meet somebody like that, in New York of all places and at this show. So then I'm like, he helps this lady out of the car. Mark Evanier is like the standard kind of comic book build, you know what I mean? Without being too descriptive. So he's not an attractive guy. Let's just put it that way.
That sounded insulting for some reason.
Ugly and fat.
Yeah, it's the tone. The tone that
no. Listen, Mark, I didn't say that. These guys are all like they're like fleshing it out. I'm not doing that. But anyway, like he lets this lovely lady, just maybe like half his age, out of the limo, and I'm like, wow. That is not his girlfriend. There's no freaking way.
No freaking way.
So then, as luck would have it, they're sitting in front of us to the right. So I can watch the show or pretend I'm watching the show while I'm watching them.
Nice. Something like that happened to me, but I didn't hire a working girl. It's just it was just like animation summit in Colombia, and they assigned me a handler, and dude, this girl was drop dead gorgeous.
A handler?
Yeah, like she was taking care of me, like showing me around the city. Like I was like
wow.
But by the time I had the school, like I was like a VIP or something. Wow. So
was
they assigned me a handler.
Was there touching? Touching?
No. I was married at the time. I
not even like she'd like come over here and grab your like arm or anything.
Oh no, she did that all the time. And It
I knew
looked
it.
weird. It looked weird because everybody thought like this motherfucker got an escort. Like, no, it's the convention. But no,
And you're like, how dare you? That's my sister.
yeah, no. The thing is,
that joke is always good. That's
like
a
I'm
strong
writing
one.
to my wife like every 15 minutes. Like, you're gonna see pictures, and they're gonna look weird. But no, this is the handler from the convention.
It's gonna look weird.
Yeah, exactly. And Jesus, dude, that was so unnerving.
But anyway, I did the math pretty quick with Mark, and I was like, I don't think that's your date. Not a real date. Not you know, without.
Do you think he had just hired himself a working girl to enjoy the whole New York experience?
Right, because I don't think, to be honest, I don't think there were benefits. I think she was just an escort. Like, I think he hired her.
You get a beautiful paid escort to go to
Right.
You don't get unless you can come to an agreement and you got a bunch of cash.
I mean, the thing is that if you're taking the escort to the show, then you're gonna bang her. Like, come on, man, you're paying money.
I don't know, man. I was looking at the body language. There was some real awkwardness and tension. So if that went any further than that, I would be really surprised.
I would say this is how it works out, not from any knowledge that I have.
No, of course.
You can hire a beautiful escort with there's no sex involved. You're gonna go to a dinner and a show, and she's gonna be your gorgeous escort. And then, depending on how the vibe works out, money discussions can be. But if you're so creepy and fat that you work in comics, there's probably not a high enough money amount value that's gonna get you to where you want to get to.
Wow,
there was a weird vibe. Like, I wasn't even close to him, but you could
feel it from meters away. Like, oh,
when I was just in Vegas and I was waiting to get on the poker tables, I was sitting just outside the poker room in the casino floor, and probably like a 70-year-old Asian dude walks by with this drop dead gorgeous 23-year-old, like olive skin, black haired bob, had like the kind of mesh wraparound top, bare midriff, long mesh skirt thing.
Clint is very
gorgeous. And I'm
it.
like, how much is that gotta cost? Because it was just an old Asian dude. He was probably like 74. And she was 23.
Those guys are loaded, man.
And they're walking through, and I'm like, how much does that cost?
That guy's getting the Dubai package, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Years ago, Clint and I were at FallCon years ago, and this was the first convention, I think, where I was on the other side of the table. And I'm sitting next to Clint, and this hot little thing, not wearing much, comes along, and the guy she was with is one of these guys.
Nice.
You know, and I turned to Clinton. I said, explain that to me. And he's like, that's a stripper and her highest paying customer.
Yeah.
That's all that is. I remember
my memory is so bad. I forget half of this shit that I've done.
Strippers have a heart too, man. Like, that's something
the good ones do.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, oh, okay.
I mean, it's a lot of singles to get to that point, but at some point they'll have a heart.
Well, did you hear this? Wait, hold on. Where was it? Eric Boyd says, I need to start saving my pennies so I can hire a hottie.
It's not a bad plan,
man.
It's not a bad plan.
Stretch that dollar, man.
And also, Joe Anon, Trump is declaring Antifa a terrorist organization. Well, it's about time.
Yeah, I kind of that happened already.
Yeah. So I can't believe they didn't label even like Black Lives Matter and some of this other stuff as terrorist organizations.
Well,
because
Black Lives Matter was more of just a fraud than anything.
But they were burning down shit. They were intimidating.
They were burning things in the name of Black Lives Matter, but the organization is that they were just pocketing money.
Yeah,
like the on the other hand, they have like sleeper cells and all this stuff. Like, those guys like move more like a terrorist organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was money behind it, and also there was death and there was destruction. So it's not like it was a peaceful
No, it wasn't
assemblage
peaceful.
of
I'm not calling it
people.
peaceful.
No, I think the lead lady is for Black Lives Matter is going to jail for fraud and embezzlement. She's like, she's in court. If she's not in there now, she's she might already be through, but they kind of course the media doesn't want to cover any of that stuff after the fact, where all this shit was fraud, and it was like burning down cities, and my wonderful governor here, Tim Walz, his wife loved and enjoyed smelling the scent of burning tires. All the fires were burning in Minneapolis.
Well, some people like that bouquet.
Yeah, but I mean, in Wisconsin, we had BLM tearing down a statue of an abolitionist, and there's footage when the statue fell down. One protester turned to another guy. Who is this guy anyway? It was it was incredible.
That's the thing, like the lack of the ignorance, the utter ignorance of all this. It's just baffling. That's why I live in the mountains, man.
I see Randy.
I saw a statue of a white guy.
Soros a terrorist. Isn't Trump's going after Soros for RICO with the funding of the riots in LA? So they're trying to go after Soros.
I mean, with RICO, they'll get
the whole family. They need to go after the whole family. You know who George Soros' son recently married.
They need to get him too.
You know who she recently married.
Like all this stuff, like even didn't they find that Harris had put money into Black Lives Matter, and even the president wasn't it like
Biden?
Joe Biden? Yeah, wasn't he? Like, one, I know they were endorsing it, but I thought that they were also filtering money.
There was so much money filtering through there. I mean,
there's a difference between endorsement and sponsoring.
Yeah, you look at the campaigns for Harris. You look at the money the Biden family was getting out of the Ukraine and China and Russia. There was so many different things that were going on with fishy money schemes in the whole Democratic Party. That's why they gutted. That's why they gutted all those NGOs and USAID. That was like the first thing they did, because they knew what was going on. They couldn't do anything about it until Trump got reelected, and then they gutted all that stuff. Right. Now you hear the DNC is out of money.
Yeah, and related to what I was talking about, you know who George Soros Jr. married recently?
No.
Yeah, it's
her name is Huma Abedin. She used to be married to Anthony Weiner, Carlos Danger, the guy who showed,
isn't she?
Yeah.
Yes, and she's the first cousin of Sana Amanat, who is the creator of the Kamala Khan Miss Marvel over at Marvel. So there's so there's some.
This is like Kevin Bacon.
This is all the Hollywood. This is all the Hollywood connections in the comics.
Does this start to sound like incestuous?
The Red Hood writer, who was a trans person, I guess, which I don't even believe that's the real term, because there's no such thing.
He's cross-dresser.
Cross-dresser. Yep. Yeah. The Red Hood writer that was a cross-dresser. Thank you, Darren, because that's the word that I've been looking for. Who spoke out against Charlie Kirk and was promptly fired by DC. And I said, nothing's going to change until who's the editor of that book? I found out who the editor of that book is John Turturro, the actor's son, who is also surprisingly a cross-dresser. So not only cross-dressing, but a Hollywood Nepo baby with a DC job that's hiring other cross-dressers. Like this is how the nepotism works at DC Comics, apparently.
It's very similar to when Heather Antos got in at Marvel and then invited all her college buddies, like-minded college buddies, in to become editors there. Now it's happening has been happening with.
You know what? I was thinking about this. Turturro's son is now an editor at DC Comics. They have hot desks or whatever. There is no DC Comics. There's like a warehouse with desks in it now. So
it's basically a call center.
Not exactly glamorous. You know, this guy is walking in to some warehouse with his dress on, you know, fighting for a desk to sit at.
And you can see an editor. You can see an editor at DC hiring him just to get a connection to somebody who has some standing in Hollywood, because they've got a screen. They've got a screenplay on their desk that they just know is going to be the next big thing. They peddle out these jobs just to try and make any kind of connection to try and sell their movie scripts. And that's, I mean, it's been that way for a long time, but it's gotten so much worse.
It's so true, and it's crazy. I lived in the South Bay for years. So South Bay beaches are like Manhattan Beach, Hermosa, Redondo, you know, those beaches. And I used to go, this was before I had my own Xerox machine and stuff, when Xerox machines were popular. And so I'd go to this, remember they had like Xerox office. You could go and make copies, right? So I found one that was really good. And so before you send out your pages to your publisher, you make 11 by 17 copies. They're insurance copies. So if the page gets lost or, you know, stolen or whatever, you have a backup. And the opening first 5 pages of Ultimate X-Men, those are shot from my Xerox. Those pages just disappeared. 5 pages. Yeah, of Andy Kubert and my work. But anyway, so I would go make my copies. Inevitably, there'd be somebody Xeroxing their script.
Oh, yeah.
So it seemed like everybody that lived in that area was an aspiring screenwriter. It was crazy. And they talked to everybody, like the guy behind the, you know, at the print shop, and it's like, they talk to everybody like they have some kind of connections, right?
Oh,
it's like, this is my screenplay, whatever. And I got a meeting with Steven Spielberg. You know, like they're just blowing smoke. And I'm like, that guy behind the counter, he doesn't care.
He's heard a billion of these. He's heard everybody that's coming for the last half hour has got the same stories.
Hell, I've heard all the stories, and I
need to know. Did you re-ink the pages off the photocopies, and what did you use to ink on?
They were shot off the photocopies.
Oh, so you had photocopies of the ink line work?
Yeah.
So does the blue line show up underneath? Because I was like, the whole thing to me was that blue line's supposed to be non-photo whatever. But then I would like make a photocopy and I'd see the blue line as a gray line underneath the ink line.
This was before digital and all that stuff. So Kubert was just graphite. So it was just pencil on artboard.
Oh, and
then you ink over it, then you erase the pencil.
You erase the pencil,
it makes
so
it pretty good. It makes a pretty good image. Yeah, pretty crisp. And and I was real particular when I went into the Xerox shop, so I always made my own. So I'd mess with the settings, make sure that it was good, because I knew that if worst case scenario happened, this was what they were going to print from. And I did it for years and never had a problem. But that one job, I was so happy that I had done that, because my editor was like, "Oh, we're screwed. And I go, "Oh, I have Xerox."
No, we're not.
There's like, Andy, could you re-pencil those first 5 pages? Yeah.
Well, what they would have done is they wouldn't have asked the star to do that. They would ask Andy, "Do you have Xerox of the pencils?"
Yeah.
So what they would have done is either they would have blue lined from his pencils and sent those to me, or they would have me painstakingly trace it on the board so I could ink it. Either way, it's hard on the inker. So
another technical question. So let's say you do have to trace, you have to do inks over a trace. Is it like, I remember vellum, there's like literally just tracing paper that you could use with microns. What did you ever have to do that? And what was a good thing to use for the paper wise?
When I broke in, Marvel wanted me to do samples. So I did samples on vellum. And the thing is, when you're inking with vellum, if anybody's thinking about it, do all your line work first. Don't fill the blacks until last, because it's paper and it'll just wrinkle up. It'll just kind of like create mountains. And so, yeah, I mean, it was mostly if I was going to trace it, it would be a light box.
Yeah.
So I would have the pencils, I would tape them to the board, and then I would just light box it from there because I would almost rather do that than ink blue lines. Blue lines are really a bitch, especially the old blue lines. They kind of perfected it now, but the blue line ink would almost seal the board like a primer. So the ink wouldn't stick. The ink wouldn't stick to the paper. So sometimes you'd have to go over it multiple times or let it dry and then go over it again.
Was vellum just thicker and sturdier than tracing paper?
Yeah, it was slick too, so it kind of held the ink better. But
that's what I was wondering is how it held the ink.
It's pretty shitty. What kept going after that was you know how like in the 80s, late 80s, and even the 90s where you'd see things printed in color, just like a solid color, like a ghost image or a sky, and it would just be a color. Those were inked on vellum. So they were like an overlay. So it'd be taped to the actual board. So the penciler would draw like the dead person up in the sky, you know, his little head, or like, you know, Mufasa and Lion King or something.
Yeah.
And then you would ink it on vellum. So then they had two separate entities that when they printed it, they could just do that one off in color, the overlay.
Yeah. Easier printing and stuff too then.
Yeah. So we don't have to do any of that anymore.
No.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like with a click of a button, you know, you can do a lot of that.
It's crazy what you can do now.
So Darren, do you have anything? I think you had some stories, some different news items.
We've covered. Well, I did put in private chat a couple of links. I do have one here I can share with you guys directly. We get stories like this every once in a while. I'm sharing that screen.
Okay. Oh, I just saw that, resurrecting the dodo.
Yes, we get stories like this every once in a while. The idea that there's been apparently a recent breakthrough that could bring extinct birds back from the dead. And I'm so happy that they'll be bringing the dodo back, because I remember hearing about how delicious the dodo was, and apparently that's why they went extinct. They were only on one island, and sailors would land on that island needing something to eat, and they just walk up to the dodo and hit them over the head with a, you know, with a stick because they're stupid, and then cook them and eat them.
Well, I always thought they thought the dodo was delicious because they were starving. So I don't know how delicious it is.
Well, it could be, but I mean, a bird that docile, that'll let you walk up to it and club it and kill it and eat it.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can get it to taste like chicken.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a good protein source right there.
Well, you know what? When you put it that way, Darren, it sounds absolutely sad and horrible. Like, let's bring these things back to life so we can bonk them in the head, kill them, and then eat them. Like, that seems.
It's
that's
No, I mean.
Yeah, dude. We're carnivores.
So
man.
apparently they are. Now, granted, this is coming from the company that announced the de-extinction of 3 dire wolves, which weren't actually dire wolves. They were just calling them that because they loosely fit the description. So that was all, you know, hocus pocus.
They were just big wolves? Yeah.
They were just big wolves. That's all they were.
Okay.
And, you know, and when dire wolf experts showed up saying, hey, wait a minute, you know, the feet are all wrong, the dew claw is all wrong, they're like, well, it doesn't matter. We're calling them that anyway. And that part of the story kind of got pushed onto page 6. So we'll see what happens. I mean, this company makes these claims, but you know, the idea of bringing extinct animals back from extinction is something, of course, that Michael Crichton got a lot of mileage out of for many years with books, and so did Universal. But that headline caught my eye.
But the weird thing is, like, would they just release these into, you know,
the wild?
Yeah, the wild, or would they just use them for like zoos and like oddities and stuff like that? Like
burgers, yeah.
Probably, because I mean, the dodo came from a particular
Ireland, yeah.
chain of islands. It wasn't the Galapagos, but I think it might have been.
It wasn't the Cook
Galapagos.
Islands?
Something like that. Yeah, they were indigenous to one set of islands, and this was a popular pit stop for the for pirates and cargo sailors and things like that. And they knew they could get some bird meat there, fresh bird meat. So eventually, they all just died off.
Well, you know what? It kind of looks like a cross between a chicken and a turkey. So I would eat one of these things.
Yeah, turkeys are pretty dumb.
Yeah,
so
they're more like a seagull, but apparently they don't fly. That's another thing that's kind of interesting about them. They're a flightless bird.
That's why they went extinct, because they couldn't get away.
Yeah.
Have you seen the kakapoo?
I've
What?
not.
A flightless parrot from New Zealand, and it's like fat, and he looks dumb too. But nobody eats them though.
Okay,
They taste like
another,
Like chicken.
another story.
I would eat one of those in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
I
me
also
too.
I like eating, or the idea of eating like predatorial animals like alligators or sharks or stuff like that.
Well, sharks. I won't eat a
I've
shark.
eaten shark, man. Too much
Shark
ammonia.
steaks are delicious. In California, they used to actually serve them in restaurants, and they're almost like it's a tuna texture, but it has like a steak taste to it. So they're really hearty without like the toughness of like a steak or whatever. And then what is it, like swordfish?
Swordfish is awesome.
Better.
Yeah, it's kind of like swordfish is the closest thing that I can think of to like what shark tastes like. And I don't think you can get swordfish anymore either.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of fish, especially like lake water fish.
Oh yeah.
You go out and you get like what you're talking about. You get your swordfish, you get your big tuna, and you cut them in about like 2-3 inch by 2-3 inch cubes. Throw those things on the grill. That's as good as steak. Like it is that good of meat. It like I grew up on like walleye and northern, and like that is crap fish. I would not eat a fish out of a lake anywhere. It is garbage food. But you get those big ass ocean fish, and you cut some big squares and throw them on the grill, and that is good eating, my friends.
It's almost better for me because it's the texture is different.
Oh,
like
the texture is
like
totally
a
different.
steak. It tastes like a steak,
Yes.
but it does. You don't have to chew it forever. I mean, that's a bad steak if you have to chew it forever. But you know what I mean. Like it kind of melts in your mouth a little bit more.
Totally.
And I like it a lot. And then like out here, even more than California, like they have salmon steaks.
Oh yeah,
those are good.
You know that's a fish. My favorite fish, and it's a fish you can get year round here in Panama. It's mahi mahi.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
you
I
get
love
mahi
mahi as well.
Yeah, Hawaii's
Yeah,
big on mahi mahi.
Yeah, we
That's
call it
good.
dorado around here. And
Formerly known as the dolphin,
yeah,
believe it or not.
that's
Really?
The pig of the
Yes,
sea.
dolphin. The word dolphin used to describe the animal we call mahi mahi, and then language evolved, and people started calling them the porpoise, the bottlenose dolphin, and then eventually people just called them dolphins. But for example, the symbol of the United States Naval Submarine Force, which is my old service, we had their symbol is called the dolphins, and it's two mahi mahi flanking a submarine, and people would say, well, if they're dolphins, how come they have scales? And we have to tell them the story that when this emblem was created in 1890, people called them dolphins. Yeah.
Pedro, can you get those off the beach, or you got to go out into the ocean?
You have to go out into the ocean, but the thing is that
you got to be out on a fishing boat.
Any decent fisherman can get them for you. I was like, hey, can you get me two mahi mahis for Saturday? He'll get it for you.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the thing is that the cold currents come through. It's a peninsula we have here.
Yeah,
it goes like straight down really, really fast. So you can get like yellowfin tuna, mahi mahi. Sometimes of the year you can get bluefin tuna, but not all the year. But like mahi mahi is year round.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Darren, are you seeing this? Yeah. Were you
Yes.
saying it on porpoise?
And porpoise?
Yeah. No, the reason why I won't eat shark is because I know how a shark processes their urine. They process. They don't have a bladder. They just excrete it through their muscle and their bodily tissues. So when you eat shark,
That's why that meat is so tender. It's
been marinated in their urine. Yeah.
Great story, Darren.
You can't get it anymore. Some idiot declared it like endangered or some BS like that. So you can't get it anymore. I haven't seen it in decades. Yeah.
And here's the other thing. What if the shark you're eating is a man-eater?
Is it Japan or Asia, someplace in Asia, the shark fin soup, where they'll just kill the whole shark.
That's bull. Like they don't throw they cut the fin and throw the shark back to the water. That's what they say. They eat the whole shark. But
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would.
The whole shark just cut the fin off.
Yeah, that would be a waste. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, but the thing is, I had a friend, was it Taiwan? I forget, somewhere he does a lot of business there. And he was saying they don't really like chicken. We like the breast. We like the big chunks of meat. They like the fatty, like the kind of more horrible aspects of the chicken. Like they'll even like eat the legs and like like that
the gizzard.
Just weird, right? Because I'm like,
delicious.
What's that?
You go to like a good dim sum place or what are those called? You get the fried chicken feet on the.
Oh, they're not. Those are steamed. Those are steamed.
Steamed.
Yeah, steamed chicken feet.
Speaking of,
I saw look fried. They look
crispy.
Speaking
of chicken, man, we're getting the kitchen remodeled, so we don't have a kitchen. So I'm grilling a lot. So we got this like little living room kitchen area out on the deck in the back, and the weather's getting cooler, so we can be outside. And
nice.
I grilled up some killer teriyaki chicken on the grill.
Nice.
And then I steamed some vegetables. So my wife likes squash. I'm not a big squash fan, but we did asparagus as well. I have to pat myself in the back. I like my vegetables a little crisp, warm, but crisp, like snappy. And asparagus, if it's overcooked, it's disgusting to me. But if it's cooked just right, oh my gosh, it's perfect, right? And like I don't like cooked carrots, but if they're cooked right, where they're just a little soft but still, kind of crispy, I like that. I don't like mushy carrots.
Raw carrots are the best carrots. You just
Thank you. Yes, they are.
It's the only vegetable I like and will eat is raw carrots.
I mean, my favorite carrot dish would be beachy carrots, which is like sautéed with salt, sugar, and a little bit of butter. And
I like pure. I just like the carrot. I don't even need to put anything on it.
But it's not overcooked. You just saute it a little bit, so you have a little bit of the crunch, but the sugar just brings it out. It's really good.
I could get into that for sure. Yeah. And then okay, where do you guys rank on this? All right, since we're talking about food is always a big topic. People love it. Okay, so I'm gonna do a round robin. You guys are all gonna give me feedback. Okay. Corn. I'm not talking about corn in a can. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking corn on the cob. Right? So you got a good corn on the cob, like just natural. Everything's good about it, right? You cook it up, you grill it. It's perfect, right? Yeah. So what do you guys put on your corn on the cob, if anything? So Darren.
Salt, pepper, and butter.
Okay. Pedro.
I've been to Mexico, man. So salt, pepper, chili, cheese, and butter.
Is the chili that's it's like a powder, right? And it kind of
powder, yeah. It's chilpetin chili, which is like a little small chili, like kind of on the spicy side.
Okay, hey Clint, before show and tell, unless it's an ear of corn. Oh, it is an ear of corn. Okay.
Do you have a banjo with that?
Come on. You gotta chuck it.
Yeah.
You got to shuck that
This is
stuff, man.
the only growing season in Minnesota, so I got
nice.
I got all the corn on the cob from my dad's.
That's awesome, man.
I just pulled this off just before I got over here, so
it's awesome, man.
Corn on the cob all weekend long.
Okay. So the question is, you're gonna grill up some corn tomorrow. What do you put on it?
Butter and salt.
Okay.
And lots of both. My
wife, butter and salt. I can't stand either one of those things on my corn.
Oh, really?
I'm corn. I'm like straight up, man. Straight up.
Corn.
A corn.
Yeah, because I think maybe the appeal with salt and maybe like salted butter is like the savory and the because like corn can be sweet.
Corn is sweet.
Yeah. So there's a savory sweet thing going on. And I am a sucker for savory and sweet, but for some reason, man, corn is so good. Just
and not,
straight up.
No, you're not wrong. I'm with you on that, but I do love the butter and salt on it. It's like it's like popcorn then. It's like
yeah, for some reason it looks so good with like the butter like melting on top of it and everything, and it looks so freaking, especially like what Pedro's saying, like the chili stuff, like believe it or not, like California, there's people that like little vendors and carts. I mean, it is like little TJ in parts of Southern California. And these little vendors, they got their umbrella and they got the little push carts, and they're selling. I forget what they call it. It's got a name.
Elote. Elote, chapuralada.
Yeah, get your whatever, Yeah. But okay, so where do you go? Okay, where do you guys rate on this? Okay, watermelon. I'm a huge watermelon fan. Okay,
so I like watermelon. I don't go out of my way for watermelon, I would say.
But let me get into it. Like, my wife puts salt.
Yep.
On watermelon. Oh, no.
Actually, that will bring out the sweetness out of the watermelon.
Yes.
A little bit of salt.
You can't use too much because then you'll taste the salt. But just a little bit. It's a flavor enhancer is what it is.
Oh, okay. I've never heard. I
don't even have the cojones to try it. Like, it just it just seems disgusting. I watch your salt and I go, just ruined a perfectly good watermelon.
I know it sounds counterproductive, but it does work.
Maybe eventually I'll get drunk and I'll try it.
Yeah.
I can't do it sober though.
That's an urban legend down here that you can't eat watermelon while drinking.
What?
They say that it's supposed to poison you. Like it's false, but they just say that. Like, okay, whatever.
Hey, so we had the other day. This is going to sound really racist, but we actually brought some Kentucky Fried Chicken. I haven't had it in decades.
How dare you, Art?
Decades. Oh, and my wife had just bought the watermelon, and we had chicken, and for dessert we had watermelon. I'm not kidding.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Did they have a side of popcorn and grape soda?
I love KFC, man.
I had no idea.
Like, yeah.
I had no idea growing up that only black people ate fried chicken and watermelon because my family had it a lot, and we're
it's
Teutonic.
A stereotype.
It's ludicrous, right?
Yeah, guess what? It's why it's so dumb. It's like, guess what? Everybody loves fried chicken. Everybody loves watermelon. It's so dumb.
Exactly.
It don't matter what color you are.
Okay, here we go. Eric is bringing up something. He's throwing paprika into the mix.
Oh,
paprika doesn't even taste like any. Does it have a taste? It's just the color.
Have you had good paprika?
Paprika is like, I put paprika on like deviled eggs. I think is the only time I ever used paprika.
Yeah. But paprika is roasted peppers. It doesn't.
But it never tastes like anything. It doesn't taste hot. It doesn't taste.
It's not gonna be spiced or anything. It's
you have to get the good stuff then.
It's a little bit of smoky, is what I would say.
Yeah, it's smoky, but there's like sweet paprika. There's smoked paprika. There's different.
Okay, all right.
But it's not super. It's not overpowering.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah,
but
I always thought it was just like a garnish. You know how like they're put like
what
is the green parsley? Yeah, it's just like put parsley on the side of the plate.
Okay, okay. You brought up parsley. What's the other green
cilantro?
thing? That's like parsley. Looks like parsley.
Wait. Okay. Wait. I got cilantro. Gray Wolf agrees. Paprika has no flavor or heat.
That is
Take
true.
that,
Well,
Pedro.
smidge of smoky, but
you need to get the good stuff then, because
Randy.
what's everybody's
Randy,
take on cilantro?
it depends. Some people are
like
genetically predisposed to hate it. They taste like soap to them.
Yes,
Randy. Randy.
How dare you, Randy?
Answer.
Randy, it's Clint who bears the striking resemblance to Colonel Sanders, particularly with his glasses on.
I did get called Colonel Sanders in Vegas one time.
Yeah, I can see Clint knowing the 11 herbs and spices.
Yes.
He knows the secret.
We went to, this wasn't the last time I went to Vegas. We went to a Vegas show, and they had like the kind of MC guy who was, and I go to a show, I want tickets up front because I want to see the show. I hate cilantro too. It tastes like soap.
My wife said the same thing. It tastes
show.
like soap. Yeah.
And the MC guy is going around and he's kind of roasting people and doing a little crowd work. Then he gets to me and he's like, "Look at this fat Colonel Sanders looking motherfucker over here," and he just goes in on.
Oh, dude.
I'd had a couple of cocktails, so I didn't really give a shit. I thought it was hilarious. But it was funny.
That's what you get when you get on the front row, man. You got to be ready for that.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the whole point. Is you get in the front row, you get in the show a little bit. So that's I didn't like. There was
that one comedian like you get in the front row and you get saturated with like
watermelon.
Sledge-a-man.
You get hit by watermelon when he smashed him.
That was Gallagher.
Gallagher.
My favorite stuff, like the Gallagher story, is that he sold the rights to his brother or something, and then his brother did the act. Like that's just so weird, right? Like, it's strange. And then it's. I guess it's not too strange because I found out that there were two different Stooges. There were two different, completely different, Stooge acts.
Oh. Yeah, Curly and Shep.
There were the original three, and then they didn't like the guy that they were working with, the manager or whatever. But that guy owned the rights to the Three Stooges. They didn't own the name. Mm-hmm. So then they went out, and that's why that joke. What is it? Howard Mo, Howard Mo, or
no, it's Mo, Larry, and Curly. Then you get Mo.
Yeah, but they say their last name. They always do it like paging. It's Howard, and what are their last names? There's like Mo Howard.
It was like do him, screw him, and ho or something. It was something like that. Like,
but they would do like doctors. They'd go, it's the whatever. Like, and they would use their last names. So I think that's what their act was. And then there was a new Three Stooges act that guy, that manager, put together. And I guess this was kind of like vaudeville, stuff. So they were doing more like stage stuff. And eventually those guys tanked, and then the real Stooges took back the stage and their rightful place as the comedic gods that they are. But I always think that's weird, like when you have like, this isn't the original, this is like something else,
But it happens a lot with bands, man. Like sometimes it's only one member of the band, and he sells the show. Like it's like, for example,
revival shows
in Panama. Like we got had like, oh, Judas Priest is coming to Panama. Like, whoa, like we all got the tickets, and it was only Ripper Owen, and just some dudes. I was like,
they'll do like little summer '90s revival concerts all through the Midwest. And you'll get like one guy from you'll get the drummer from Whitesnake, or you'll get like the bassist from Trickster. Like, it's just like
the lead singer from Loudness. Get excited, people.
I saw like Deep Purple, but I think it was called, this was years and years ago in the 70s. And I guess you think that Deep Purple's still around, but I think by the late 70s or early 80s they weren't. And so I think they called it something like the experience or something. Like it's the Deep
Yeah.
Purple experience. And it was like you said, Clint, it was the bass player.
Yeah.
It wasn't any of the like really cool guys in the band, or it was the bass.
The drummer of the
Sometimes-
bass player gets like a whole cover band around them, and then they go tour and get gigs, and you can say, one player from whatever band, and it's making those guys money.
It works in your favor though, because I remember once I was in New York in '94, and I go to this venue to see this band, but they were not the headliner. It's like Orange 9mm. Like I really liked them at the time, but they were opening for a band called the Soul Brains. I'm like, who are the Soul Brains? Like I'm here for Orange 9mm.
Mm-hmm.
They play, and then the Bad Brains come out, and it was like, the Soul Brains, like, are they playing reggae? No, it's the Bad Brains. They're playing like their songs from the '70s. Like it was an awesome show, but they're like, we're called the Soul Brains today. It's like, okay, I guess the drugs are good. So sometimes like it works in your favor when they screw up with the names, but most of the time it's a scam.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the name for the Three
opposite.
Stooges. Wait, hold on. I got to clarify. I got the name for the Stooges. It was Howard, and Fine. So it was Mo Howard, Curly Howard, and Larry Fine.
Larry Fine, yeah.
Yeah,
So that
I
was
was in
it.
Duluth a few years ago, and at a writer's workshop, and there was a musical act playing, and everybody's asking me, "Hey, you gonna go see CCR tonight?" I'm like, "CCR." I said, "They're pretty old now. Are you sure? It is." "Oh, yeah, so yeah, Creedence Clearwater," and then he kind of trailed off. I'm like, Bill Clifford, Stu Cook, and Tom Fogerty and John Fogerty were the members of CCR, and two of them are dead. So but I started getting excited, but then I found the flyer, and it's Creedence Clearwater Revisited.
Oh,
like, this is just a tribute band. I don't want to go to that. No, don't sell it to me like
I'll
that.
tell you, Aaron, I don't know if this time has passed yet, but maybe 15 years ago, there were these cover bands, but they were awesome. So there was like the Cheap Chicks. It was like Cheap Trick, but it was like 4 chicks, and they dressed like but they were female versions, and they were really good. And then there was Moving Pictures, which was a Rush cover band, and then there was the Atomic Punks, which was Van Halen, and I remember I think I saw all 3 of those bands actually at House of Blues, and some of the same guys from Atomic Punks were also in Moving Pictures, but they changed. They would actually dress up, as the musicians.
Oh yeah.
And so, like the Van Halen, the guy had the Van Halen guitar and they had wigs and stuff like that. And then, I love those guys, so I would go see them all over the place. And then it turns out those guys are Steel Panther. That's the band.
Oh, that was Steel Panther. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see it like in all the songs and everything.
Yeah.
You can see how they could easily be a Van Halen cover band.
Yeah.
Right.
No, there's
the guitar player from
if you're lucky, you get lucky.
really
There's
good.
good cover bands at some of these shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when they're
Yeah.
trying to pawn it off too much as like
Yeah.
the real thing, that's
Just have fun with it, but
Yeah.
have fun with it, and then play the music great.
Yeah.
When the cover band like nails the music, it's like you don't care anymore. It sounds great. You're at a good show.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think what I'd like to see is there's some of these Kiss cover bands, and they do like mini Kiss shows and stuff. That would be pretty cool. And then there was like midget Kiss for a while.
Yeah, those are from Mexico.
Have you seen Gene's Kid and Paul's Kid?
They're good.
They're playing music. They're playing a lot of like Eagles stuff though, and like late 70s.
Easy listening stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, both the kids got talent though. Like they're good musicians. Both of them can sing. I was impressed that they both. But I was like, oh man, Gene's gonna not be happy. They're singing the Eagles.
They're kind of like a Simon and Garfunkel thing. Like even the one got like a little curly hair, right? Sort of. Yeah. I guess that's what they call it.
Got a super retro vibe going on. So
he is Jewish. Yeah. Yeah. They actually harmonize really well together. And They
No,
seem
they
like
were
they have
good.
some genuine talent and chemistry together, which you could turn into something. I don't know, like the rock market and everything. It's just so. It seems like it'd be hard to make a living.
Yeah, it's
Well,
dead.
that's the
Like
thing is
right now,
those
you
guys
can
are.
only make
Go ahead, Pedro.
you can only make money live because right now,
Right.
like with the streaming platforms, you're getting pennies on the play.
Here's another thing. Gene and Paul's kids aren't worried about making any money.
Yeah,
They're worried about having fun. So they're probably doing little live gigs in California and playing the Eagles and having some 20-something year old girls come over and scream about them. And they probably got all the best equipment. They got roadies setting up for them. They've got all the. They're not hurting. They're not hurting for cash, and they're having some fun and have probably little groupies.
yeah.
So.
Like nowadays, you don't even need roadies, Clint. Like right now, with the
Setting up the tech is easier.
Yeah, with the tech, what it is right now, you only need like a pedal board, and you go directly to the console. Like you don't need like an amp anymore. So you get like modeling stuff. Like, I mean, I'm still an old head. I still have my amp heads, but when I go play live, I don't even take them.
You need a couple of guys to pick out the girls while you're playing, though, and make sure they get backstage.
Yeah.
They just don't have to do all the heavy lifting now.
That was
so Pedro, from instrument to the board, is it all cordless, or is there still are you plugged in?
Using like you use like the quarter plug for the guitar directly, and from the console you need like an XLR cable, and you go from that to the console, and and then you hear stuff through monitors or through in-ears. Like I don't like using in-ears because it's just it like disconnects me from the audience. If you're wearing headphones, like I don't like it. I'd rather use monitors.
Is that the thing where they got the thing in their ear and they get the sound, and once it's right, they usually flick it out because they want to.
It's an in-ear. It's basically a monitor, but with a headphone.
The thing is, a lot of these bands play to click tracks and they play to back tracks, so they can hear all that stuff in the mix. It's almost like you're listening to the actual song, when you have the headphones on, or those headset things. So yeah, it seems kind of artificial, but most of these modern bands all do that, right? They're all synced to some kind of click track. And
I'm old school. Like I like the feeling of the live performance, so I don't play live and click. I record with a click, but I don't play live with a click.
Right. Well, let's start wrapping this bad boy up. So you guys go check out Black and White Volume 3, Sins of the Father. It is in demand right now. It's going strong, so check that out. We also have, Clint, do you have your
let me pull it up here.
Your campaign there. And also, Darren, do you have anything you want to share?
Yeah, I do. If you got about 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Bad Guy is live in demand on Indiegogo. I will be probably closing this up in about the next month or so. So not a lot of time left. This book will be shipping before the end of the year. It is done. Literally just setting up PDFs for the variant covers and stuff. Probably going to print late October, early November. Hopefully shipping before the end of the year, but everything is wrapped up on this book. I'm gonna keep it open for a while for anybody who missed out on it, wants to jump in. But jump in now because, like I said, I'm not gonna keep it open very long. I'm gonna close it out and get the printing and shipping done before the end of the year here. So a little bit of time left for you, but get it while it's good before it's gone.
Yeah, and you guys, you're not gonna have to wait very long to get your books too. So back the stuff today. Every little bit does help. These books are expensive to produce, and the only reason this crowdfund stuff works is because of you. So if you like Clint, you like his book, he has fulfilled multiple campaigns. So you can trust the guy. And like he said, this Bad Guy book, I've seen pages. It looks fantastic. It's going to be a fun read. So go back it today. So what do you got, Darren?
Well, I got something coming here. Go ahead and share my it's a black screen there.
Oh, I got to click off. I hate this new format. You got to click the old one off.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
Okay.
911, what are you reporting?
We got someone or something crawling around out here.
Did you see what it was? Was it a person or an animal or?
I can't tell. All I know is that my central light came on and I just happened to glance and see this thing running across the yard. A good-sized man or something. It looks like a man. I don't know what it was. Just that it ran across the yard.
Okay. You've had problems in the neighborhood before?
Yeah, my dog was killed here just recently. I don't know what it was. Whatever it is, it's running. I couldn't catch it if I was going to chase it. But whatever it was standing up. I'm out here looking through the window now and I don't see anything. I don't want to go outside. Jesus Christ, you better...
Sure.
See up.
Hello?
Get somebody out here.
What's going on now, sir?
That son of a bitch is about 6'9". I don't know.
Do you see him now, sir?
Yes, I'm looking right at him.
Uh-oh. Okay, hang on.
He's right.
Is he in your yard, sir?
Yeah, God, he's big.
Okay, what's he doing in your yard?
He's looking at me.
Oh, and the guy is on foot.
I don't know what. It's a big, real big person. That's all I can say.
Okay, but it is a person.
Yeah, I'd say it was a person, somebody really big. But he's all in black.
Is he a black male or a white male? Did you actually see whether, or was he just wearing black?
He's all black and he's big. He is big.
He is Demifoot.
He is big. He is big. That's great audio.
That is great drama, dude.
Yeah, I love the audio.
The audio is taken from an actual.
That's from Bigfoot sighting, Darren.
Yes, in Kitsap County, in Washington State. Although the comic takes place in Wisconsin, but this area is becoming a hot spot for cryptid sightings
Details, Darren. That was a Bigfoot sighting
I
in Wisconsin, right where you wrote the comment.
Yeah.
I kept waiting for it. It's like it's big and it's hairy.
And it's hairy.
So I'll have an announcement.
We're writing fictional narratives here, Darren.
Yeah.
Yes. So do.
Well, is this where they can, Darren? Is this where they can get you in the meantime? Is Captain Steel?
In the meantime,
Okay.
yes, Randy has been good enough to put in the link for the Amazon link for Captain Steel and Other Stories, paperback by myself with a cover by John Dillard. And that's that you can have before Friday if you order it, because it's print on demand from Amazon. So
nice.
All right.
Yeah, I'll have a sign up. I'll have a sign up for the for the Fund My Comic campaign for Demifoot here by next Pontificators episode. So.
Oh, sweet. So you guys have that to look forward to. We got what's this? Rencilla?
Rencilla. It's a hardcore band. I'm making a video for them.
How dare you correct me?
Yeah, and
It's
not much. It's like 20 seconds. What I got so far. This is like 4 days of work. So I might be done with this in 3 weeks, and then I'll have time to shave. So here it goes. Here goes nothing. Can you hear it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Árboles frutales, ¿dónde están? Es devastar la selva. ¿A dónde van? Erosionar la tierra. Te comerán basura, nada te nutre, todo te cansa, te destruye.
Oh wow.
They're kind of punkish.
Yeah, it's hardcore. Very like biohazard.
Awesome.
That style.
Sounds very angry.
Yeah, it's angry. It's like the song is about how cities are very dirty. So I'm making a video about Trash World. So they've given me.
I thought it was kind of funny too, like a little tongue in cheek where he's brushing his teeth underneath the
gas mask.
Yeah. That was great animation, Pedro. Good job.
Yeah, the band's loving the concept, so I've been giving carte blanche, but it's just a lot of work. So. Yeah.
So Grey Wolf says, my uncle called my Aunt Louise Bigfoot because she couldn't keep her foot out of the carburetor. Carburetor? Carburetor. I don't know what that means. That's horrible.
I don't get the reference. Yeah.
It doesn't sound good though. It doesn't sound
painful.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got a little campaign that I am trying to get some eyes on as well. So it is called Black and White, and it is the volume 3, Sins of the Father. And we are at 37,208, 527 backers, you guys. We got to keep this thing moving forward. We are so close to the next stretch goal, you guys. And I'll get into the stretch goal, but I first want to play this video for you.
Do it.
Yeah, you guys, so check out Black and White. Link is in the description. Randy is putting links in. And this is 30 years in the making, you guys. So 30 years ago, in 94, I created Black and White along with my wife, Pamela T-Bear. And we published 3 dynamite issues through Image Comics. Man, I can't believe the numbers back then, but it was incredible. And so all these years later, I never, ever let it die. I always wanted to keep going with stories and keep telling the tales of these two, this duo of adventures. And yeah, with this new indie format that we got going here, CG and all that other good stuff, we can make our own comic books, you guys. We can fund them, we can create them, and we can entertain each other with them. So yeah, Black and White Sins of the Father is it's volume 3. So 3 and 4 are going to be part of the Sins of the Father story arc. So there's 2 issues for that story, and I am like 37 pages into this, so over half. So it is taking me a bit of time, but it is worth it. I hope you guys will agree. And also we got Pedro Ang, Mr. Animated rock and roll videos, Pedro Ang, and he did volume 1 of Black and White High Octane, and so he agreed to do 2. So he'll be writing. Well, he's already written, drawn, inked, and colored High Octane 2, and he's pretty much done. There's a couple edits that we got to get done, and then it's off to the letterer. Well, dialogue it up, and then off to the letterer for High Octane 2. So we are making progress on this campaign, you guys. We got 4 different covers to choose from. We got some killer T-shirts that we just added. We got the Carlo Barberi T-shirt in white. And then we have the special Juju. It's kind of a rock edition that we have with the Sins of the Father logo and everything. So this looks absolutely fantastic. Salty hooked me up with this. He's a badass dude and one of the CG guys as well. So yeah, you guys, just click that link. Come in. If you see something you like, back today. And let me see, 40K is the 30th anniversary patch, you guys. So that's the next one, and it will be based on this right here. So if you've backed some of the Hack Shack comics, crowdfunds before, you know what these patches look like. They look fantastic. So let's get to that 40. Let's unlock this so you guys can all get patches as well. And if you haven't backed one of the T-shirts, you guys, come on in. You can add those to your order and get a fantastic, Black and White T-shirt. So thanks to everybody in the chat. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks, Randy Howe, for being the dynamite sub and supporter of everything we do. We appreciate that. And thanks to all my Pontificator brothers. So thanks, Darren Wagner, Pedro Ang, and Clint Helinski for the last couple hours. I think we hit a Grand Slam home run this show. And we will continue to entertain you guys every Wednesday night at 8 Eastern Standard Time. So you guys have a dynamite night, and we'll see you next week. Take care.